Hi, it's Olivia, and as you can see, the background is a little different. I took down the Stranger Things lights, so it had been up a little while, and I put up these new lights. I do have a question first for you guys. Do you guys like the white lights? I plan to keep this up well after Christmas. Like, I hope this is like a permanent kind of setup, but I really miss the colorful lights from the Stranger Things wall, so let me know what you think. But anyway, let's get on with the video. Okay, so here's how the whole shelves, whatever, looks. There's some stuff on the floor, and yeah, let's just get started with some of the stuff that aren't books. So if you come over here, obviously here are the letters. I have a whole packet of them left over from when I used the Stranger Things background, so really cute with the read. Then over here I have my calendars. One of them is an e-card calendar, and then the other one is a book of questions calendar. If you go to Barnes & Noble, they have a ton of different boxed calendar sets, and I love them. I don't know what I'm going to do for next year, but this one is an e-card one. I'm not sure if you can read what that says. And then my book of questions. Sometimes e-cards are funny, sometimes they're not, and sometimes the questions are good, and sometimes they're not. Alright, then down here is just a whole mess of stuff. You can see I just have a couple of my DVDs. Such random stuff down here. I have this like dolphin light up toy, and then I have this pink rock, I think it's called Halo light, that my friend got when she went mining. And then I have some Mockingjay pins, my alien finger friends. I don't know where I got those from, but they're my favorite. And I have some hand sanitizers. And I have a ton of bookmarks over here. Just a ton of bookmarks. And these Lord of the Rings ones. I've never read Lord of the Rings, but one time I went to the Warner Brothers Studios, and that was when the first Hobbit movie was coming out. And they were giving us only Hobbit related merchandise. Like, they were giving us whole bags of Hobbit stuff. It was insane. And then I just got these 3 movies over the weekend from Target because they're all on sale, and believe it or not, I got all 3 of these amazing movies for under $20. Oh my gosh. Okay, taking you to the side over here, this is called Olivia is Super Lazy. Remember that video where I did a book unhaul? They're still sitting right there, all of those books. They're ready to go. I just really need to stop being lazy. Here is my friend's iPad that I'm borrowing, and here is a Dr. Seuss quote that I have. Okay, now on to the actual books that are displayed. I just put up a bunch of tall hardcover books back there, and down here is my mass market paperback collection for the most part. Most of these I have not read. I'll point out to you the ones that I have read. I've read The Fifth Wave, Red Queen, The Adventures of Huck Finn, the BFG, what else? And this is just my Sudoku book. I actually started reading it a while ago, and I got really far. It's just such a massive book, it's taking me forever to get through it. And I also just have issues in general with reading mass market paperbacks. I don't know if it's the tiny font or the small form of the book. That's one of the reasons why I have not read most of those. But then up here, the other books were the Six of Crows books, H.P. Lovecraft collection, A Head Full of Ghosts, I'll Give You the Sun, Michael Crichton's The State of Fear, and the random bargain book that I got from Barnes & Noble. Alright, now taking you to the top of this shelf, I just picked out some of my favorite hardcover books. I thought they'd look really nice up there. Yeah, I love all those books. Now this whole shelf, aside from that one series down there, is all red. None of them are TBRs. So over here I have my Cassandra Clare books. As you can see, City of Bones is with a friend, Clockwork Angel I checked out at the library, and obviously Lady Midnight is right there. And then I have my, what are those called? The Heroes of Olympus books. So now you're looking at the second shelf, and it starts out with my Unwind, or the Unwind series by Neal Shusterman. I have the 4th one on the top of the shelf. I absolutely love those books. I highly recommend you read them. Then I have The Archive and the Unbound by Victoria Schwab. Also, you should really get around to those books. I know that her popular ones right now are Gathering of Shadows and Vicious, but The Archive is the first one that I read by her, and it's wonderful. Then obviously I have some Harry Potter books. or all the Harry Potter books. Don't judge the state of the books. They were hand-me-downs from my sister, and oh my gosh, my bookmark! I was looking everywhere for that. Anyway, don't judge the state of the books because they're hand-me-downs from my sister, and I don't even know where any of the dust jackets are, and there's stains all over them. Just like little ones, but you know, it's about the words inside. And then lastly are the Marie Lu books that I have, the Legend series. Absolutely love those books. Okay, moving on to this third level. I really want to fill this shelf with mostly books that I've read. So these are just random books that I put over here to fill it with, you know, books I've read. So there's a Monster Calls, some Colleen Hoover books, some Victoria Schwab books, my Divergent books. Then I have The Darkest Minds by Alexandra Bracken, and the Cinder Chronicles, or no, not Cinder Chronicles, Lunar Chronicles, excuse me, and Cinder is currently with a friend. And then on this final level, I have obviously the Vampire Academy books. Then I have the, what is this called? I don't have the first book I read at the library. Oh, the Delirium series. And then the Beautiful Creatures books. I also read Beautiful Creatures, the first one, at the library. And I will always love the font and the titles. I always thought that those titles, Beautiful Chaos, Beautiful Creatures, I always thought those were so beautiful. And then I have the Chaos Walking series. That's the one series that I haven't read from here. And I have 2 copies of that first book because I bought this and then I won the series in some sort of Twitter contest like that same week. Alright, now in between these bookcases you see 3 large books. The first one that you saw that was sitting there was this beautiful National Geographic book that I have. It's some photography through the stages of the day from dawn to dark. Oh, look at this picture. Isn't it gorgeous? Then I have my Atlas of the Universe, which is kind of a big informative astronomy book. I absolutely love it. And then I have my big book on the human brain because I love neuroscience, and it's again another like informative book on the brain. Now here's the top shelf of the left bookcase, and over there is the Percy Jackson books. I have 2 copies of the first one because I got halfway through my teacher's copy. This is her, she let me have it. I got halfway through and realized I would have to buy the whole series because it was amazing. Then I have my Sarah J Maas books. A Court of Mist and Fury is up there, and then moving on I just have a bunch of random other books that I've read. I have Fangirl, I have some John Green books, Ruby Red, Me Before You, Ready Player One, Graceling, Angel Fall, Dexter, The Boy in the Striped Pajamas, The Book Thief, and the name of this book is Secret. And this is where we start to run into my TBR pile. Now, for me personally, I really don't like having a lot of TBRs. When it comes to hauling books, just getting books and not reading them as fast as I get them really irritates me, and I'm trying to work on that. So my goal for January and maybe February is to not buy any books and to get through some of these that I have here that I haven't read. Over there is Persepolis, then I have Into White, then Everything Everything, Angels and Demons, Room, A Great and Terrible Beauty, Twilight. That's actually my sister's copy of Twilight that she gave to me a while ago. I read the whole series through a friend's copies of the book. Then I have a People's History of the United States that was required reading for, I want to say 11th grade U.S. history. Oh yeah, my teacher was awesome, Mr. Prince. Then I have possibly my favorite assigned reading for school, which is Brave New World by Aldous Huxley. I absolutely love that book, and because of that I bought his other book, The Island, but I've never read that one. Then I have The Narrative of the Life of Frederick Douglass, another school assigned reading that I really, really loved, which was Things Fall Apart. You should really read that book. And then lastly, on this row of stuff I've read is the wonderful Milk and Honey collection of poems by Rupi Kaur. Like I said, these are my books that I still need to read. Some of these have been sitting here for a very long time, and you can kind of see some books hanging out in the back. Those are all books that for one reason or another I have not completed. Whether or not I just didn't like it, or I've started it over and over again and can't get to it. They just, nah. Or just some books that I've really lost interest in. I don't know. They're just kind of shoved in the back. Okay, now I'm down to the last shelf, which has those things on the side that I already showed you. But over here I have some of my yearbooks. This one is my senior yearbook, and I was in yearbook for my last 2 years of high school, and I actually helped make this one, so I love that one. Then I have my study books. Then I have my copy of the Stinky Cheese Man and the other Fairly Stupid Tales. I love that book. I have a random cooking book. This is a writing prompt book that I should really probably get back to. Then this giant What If, which is a book of scientific answers to absurd questions. Then I have this book, what is it called? The Honest Life by Jessica Alba. Then I just have some other big books, Star Wars Trilogy, Edgar Allan Poe collection, and Great Expectations. And again, there's some books shoved in the back. Alright, so that was my bookshelf tour. I just finished watching Nicole from the channel Who Picked This Book. She just did a video on a Christmas tree, or a Christmas tree of books. It's so cool. I'm going to link in the description. You should definitely check it out. But I also forgot in this video, I have these books as well. They're sitting on my nightstand because they're my currently reading books. There's too many currently readings, but you can see the one that I'm definitely reading right now though is The Architects of the Gifted. This is written by Cameron Cross, also known from Wolf Shop Publishing. You should definitely pick up his book. And I'm reading too much stuff at once. It's not working out. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Bye!